Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's real late on Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg. As we do it every single Sunday night, and then you may already be aware because he just stepped in the building already. Chicago's own. Mick Jenkins is here.
Yo.
What's really good, man?
Nothing much, man. I've been on tour for the past week. We just dropped Waves. In the meantime, I'm still working on my album. I'm getting pretty busy.
Seems like that. People are saying a lot of good things.
I hope so.
How long have you been signed to Cinematic?
Since June of 14.
So a year. So a little over a year.
Yeah.
A year and change.
Yeah.
And how did the buzz start for Mick Jenkins? Like, I've been hearing your name now probably since that time. But how did it all start for you?
We dropped a pretty dope video and song called Martyrs. It's kind of speaking on a lot of social issues, and we mocked Chief Keef's I Don't Like video, and it got a lot of press. That was the first national exposure that I received, and from that, I mean, all types of people hit me up, including Johnny Shipes, including Timbaland. You know, that's where it started.
How did Chicago respond to you mocking that video?
I think people got the point. It wasn't no mocking and like I was coming at them, but like the chorus on Martyrs is, I'ma get all this money, I'ma buy all this shit, I'ma fuck all these hoes, nigga, I'ma fuck your bitch. Right? And
I mean, listen, if you either gotta curse, you either should curse or
I
completely
don't know.
bleep
Right,
it out.
right, cool.
But you
I'ma
did
get
halfway.
all these hoes. Yeah, like
you just
I'ma buy all
whispered
this
it.
shit, nigga, I'ma fuck your bitch. That's what the song's chorus is.
Okay.
And it's said in a sarcastic way.
All right.
Because it's like the rubric for songs on the radio these days, and I was trying to like point that out. And yeah, I don't think anybody was like offended.
Did you see Keef afterwards?
Nah, but people from the camp hit me up actually to do work.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
felt it was all good.
I think so, yeah.
Chicago's an interesting place, huh?
Definitely.
Very diverse, musically very diverse.
Absolutely. People don't realize.
And it's interesting because, you know, in this most recent run of Chicago music, it sort of seems like drill kind of opened the door, and everyone was like, "Oh, is this what Chicago is? Is all this crazy drill?" And then all this other stuff kind of came flooding through right afterwards.
I think that's just natural. You know what I'm saying? Whatever would have came first, you know, as long as there was other stuff to be found, it would have been found afterwards. And I mean, you know, it could have started with Chance, and then we could have found drill, but it happened the other way around. And I think it's dope. I don't think people realize that it's not as split as people try to make it seem. Like,
no, there's crossover.
Drill and there's this. I think even outside of the music, people come together and like say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with each other, hang out. You know, it's a real communal vibe, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, you have Chance, Vic Mensa, yourself, Herb. There's a lot of.
And he just came to Cinematic.
I know. I just saw that, which is very, very cool. Dreezy. There's a lot of people.
Rap.
A lot of people. How did your rapping story begin?
I've always been a creative writer. My mother's a journalist. I started writing poetry in high school. I got to college. In the poetry group there, actually, there was a rap competition when Beats by Dre first came out, and I entered it to win the beats. I was just like, man, I could do this. Like, I could rap better than these guys to get those headphones. And it just kind of spiraled into what it is now.
Did you win the headphones?
No.
And
No,
you
I did
didn't
not.
win the headphones?
Nah, I was like second place.
And then when did you start getting serious about rap?
I was making mixtapes. I was in Alabama for school.
Now, when you say mixtapes, you're not trying to suggest they were actually mixed or tapes, but you were putting out songs and calling them mixtapes.
Yes.
Because I've been recently talking about this a lot.
No, I mean,
It's
and
my
that's
old-
valid.
it's-
That's actually something I say because Trees and Truths is the tape that I made when I first got back to Chicago, and that is what I consider my debut. Everything before that, it was exactly what you were saying. Like, it was unmixed records. I was releasing it to Only Friends. There was no general concept. It was the first 7 or 10 songs.
It's just like, here's a bunch of songs.
Yeah, exactly.
I just always laugh because I'm old, and when I was coming up, a mixtape meant a DJ mixed it, and guess what? It was on a tape. Then the mixtapes got put on CD. But I was like, all right, well, listen, I'm willing to still call it a mixtape, even though it's on CD, because it's the same thing. Now, the word mixtape has evolved completely into just meaning a music release that's a bunch of songs and is not an album.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. By the way, we're talking to Mick Jenkins out of the Shy. He has a new tape out called Waves, and if you're wondering, you're tuning in, a lot of people get their music here and don't necessarily know things. Mick Jenkins has been picking up a lot of buzz over the last year or two, and now on the road. You have a show, you're touring right now.
Yeah, I have a show tonight at the Highline Ballroom.
So he's at Highline And what, do you have an album plan? This is still being called a tape, or you're calling this?
Yeah. See, what Waves was a full mixtape. This is, I mean, I was personally calling it an EP. What it was supposed to be was an intermediate until the album is coming out. I've been working on the album, which would be called The Healing Component, since April. It'll be out in 2016. I'm working hard on that in the meantime, and that's what Waves is supposed to be, just to hold people over until then.
Who are some of your favorites in hip hop? Or in all music, honestly.
My favorite rapper is Andre 3000.
All time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's a very, very fair and safe number one.
Yeah. I don't think he's the best rapper. He's just my favorite rapper. Yeah,
right, I know what you mean. I think it's just
okay,
so you're not willing to say who the best rapper is. You're saying he's your favorite.
Exactly. Yeah.
I kind of say the same thing. Like Big Pun is my favorite rapper.
Word.
I can't tell you he's absolutely number one. He's my favorite.
Word. Yeah. I mean, him, Lupe, Kendrick, Black Thought, Mos, Talib, Common, of course Kanye. Outside of that, new guys it's like Vic, Chance. That's really it. I think I listen to a lot of neo soul and like I fuck with Dwelle heavy. Darian Brockington. I fuck with Foreign Exchange, Sade.
How you know about Darian Brockington, son? What you know about that?
Messing with Fonte and Foreign Exchange. I got linked through that.
There,
yeah, definitely.
You listen to any Odyssey?
Yeah, I used to listen to his beats a lot. I haven't listened to any of his new stuff since he started rapping. It's like last 2 tapes I haven't heard.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you about something about Odyssey's last album.
Yeah, and I mean, what's it called? The album?
It's called The Good Fight.
Word. My biggest problem is just being so focused on my own.
I know.
Jill Scott is my favorite artist. Hands down. Who is Jill Scott? 2000 is my favorite album, hands down.
Man, that album.
She just dropped the album. Everybody's telling me it's dope. I haven't even got a chance to listen to that. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite artist. It's just being so focused on my own. I don't get a chance to check out all the new.
This song was big when I first got on the radio.
I'm 14.
You were 14?
I'm 14.
Yeah, I was like early 20s. Yeah, we playing neo soul on Real 8 right now. We're just a couple of dudes listening to some neo soul together. Okay, it's not a big deal. So what could people look for next? I mean, what's the plan right now? The operation? You're rolling with Johnny Shipes and Cinematic. You have a label deal. You have a management deal. You just dropped a new tape. So you're on the road as we speak.
Yeah, I dropped
what's the absolute next plan?
And went on tour, American tour, 35 cities, and then I take a break for 10 days, and we go on a European tour for I think like 21 dates. And then I'll be gearing up to release the album. I got something special for fans. I'm not gonna say what it is, but the people who are actually really fans, just know that there's more coming. But just dropped a tape, American tour, European tour, album in 2016.
Do you have a clever name for your fans yet? Like the Jenk the Jencks?
Well, I run with a crew, Free Nation Rebel Soldiers. Free Nation is the squad, and that's just what it is I think it's very easy to get bogged down by like social constructs of what everything is supposed to be, right? What happiness is supposed to be, what success should be, what beauty is, right? And we just kind of feel like actively trying to operate outside of those constructs because they're not always completely accurate or true. Is being free, and that's a state of mind. So we call ourselves Free Nation, and all of our fans are Free Nation Rebel Soldiers.
So you do have a thing. It's just a cooler name. I mean, it's not like
Word.
I mean, it's not like the Beehive, but I mean, the Rebel Soldiers are out here.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, absolute respect to Beyonce.
Well, of course, you don't want the Beehive coming for you. We don't want to see Beehive versus Rebel Soldiers. No one wants to see that.
Nah.
On her birthday weekend, of all things, this is too much for you to bear with. Any dream besides Andre 3000? First of all, have you gotten to meet Andre 3000 yet?
No.
You're not aware yet that he knows of your music yet or
No.
anything? Your time will come because he's paying a lot of attention.
Word.
His son, 7, pays a lot of attention. So I think he ends up, like I saw him at a festival a couple years ago because his son was there to see Childish Gambino.
Word. Okay.
So like
cool.
he's around.
Word.
You're gonna have your moment.
I'm waiting.
What would you say if you got your minute? Because I know what it's like. A lot of rappers like to act too cool to talk about their heroes. But if you get that moment with the rapper that you're like, oh, this guy's an inspiration.
It depends on the moment, right? So if I see him at a festival and he's with his son, because his son came to see somebody perform, it's like, hi, you know what I'm saying? Let him know my appreciation. Let him know, whatever. But if I was actually in a moment to like have a conversation, I'd just have a ton of questions. Like
what's the first question? What's the first question you have for Andre 3000? Like, what do you ask a genius like that? What's the first thing you ask a genius?
What are you scared of? if anything. I think a lot of people have like something that they're afraid of. Something that they're afraid of isn't going to happen. Something they're afraid of they won't be able to do. Something they're afraid, you know what I'm saying? Like something that they like worry about. And I mean, I plan to hit that level at some point, you know? I'm sure there's a million things that are like, could stress out Andre 3000.
I'm sure. I wonder what those things are.
I feel like that's
It's
the question
probably like
I
a
ask
color.
people anyway. Like on some just getting to know you, like to be able to share that. That's like some personal shit right there.
That's like some. No, I think what it sounds like is some pimp shit right there. You know, the girls like, what are you afraid
Nah.
of? What makes you scared?
I mean, I feel like people come to me all day and like, yo, I love your music. Yo, my favorite song is, yo, when's the new album dropping? And then, you know, that 3 minutes is up and they take their picture and they're gone. And it's just like, what did you really learn about your favorite artist? What did you receive besides the picture? You know what I'm saying? Like,
How do you feel about pictures?
it's cool. I mean, if that's what you want, you know, whatever, as long as you're happy with the interaction, I don't mind. As long as you're not like inconveniencing me. So
You're happy to take a picture.
for a fan, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And as am I. I just have mixed feelings on pictures. Because I'm happy to do it. I like doing it, whatever. But then you feel like sometimes people just see you taking pictures and then they ask for a picture and you're like, you don't even care about, you don't even want a
Yeah,
picture.
I mean, that definitely, I speak about that a lot. I think sometimes it's actually, all you do is walk up to me and ask for a picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, there have been people who, like I said, if I was able to meet Andre in a situation where I could talk to him, we're on a platform together and no one else is there for the train. You came, you took your picture, and then you went and stood back where you were and like just stood over there like I'm not here. And it's just like, oh, we have the opportunity to have a great conversation. All you want is a picture so you can go show your friends. I met Mick Jenkins. And it's just like, that mentality is just like, yeah, cool, if you're happy, fine. But it's just like, all you got was the picture so you could show other people. So the picture was the proof, right? And you didn't live in the moment.
It's the proof of a moment that didn't really exist.
Didn't exist.
That's the thing. So like that's why the best thing that could ever happen in life is because, you know, like I do sometimes like don't want to seem like a dweeb and ask for pictures for people that I really love. The best thing in life that can happen is you meet someone you love and someone takes a picture.
Yeah.
Now that's your ideal situation. Like you bump into someone you admire
and somebody else is just already with
and you're having a real conversation, they shoot a picture. That's ideal. Hey man, I like you. It's been a pleasure getting to talk to you.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. I'm on board now. I'm caught up.
Word.
Johnny Shipes will keep me in the loop. Well, I mean, after I like bother him and like, you know, wake him up and like get him to put the blunt down, and then he'll remind me what I need to do. But Mick Jenkins, go download Waves right now. It's for free.
Nah, I mean, I'm sure you can find it for free.
But you should pay for it.
Yeah,
that's dope. Good. So go on iTunes.
Yes.
And all those places where you can find music and buy Waves. Mick Jenkins, thank you for coming by, bro.
Thank you for having me.